Anyway, Barrett and I are doing one of these fun jobs, putting in a dryer vent. The problem has been, let's pull this out a second so I can explain, do some mansplaining. Here's the thing, that vent, you see that little lump right there, it's supposed to go up the wall and terminate up here somewhere outside. But look, Barrett, that outlet is right there.
Yeah.
So I think what it does is go and turn, but it's not venting very well. And I don't think I think somebody, Paco maybe, might have put the siding on over the pipe because it wasn't sticking out of the wall. So what we're gonna do is see right there to the right of the vent pipe. We're gonna drill a hole to the outside right there. We got a brand new hole saw just for the fun of this job. I hope it's gonna be big enough. I think this one's 4 1/8. 1 1/4 good, it'll be big enough. This is our cheap new drill.
Yep.
Barrett and I bought this cheap new drill. Was Harbor Freight or where was it?
Yeah.
Was it Harbor Freight or Lowe's?
No, it was Lowe's. Yeah, that's right.
I needed an electric drill, so I said, let's just buy the cheapest one we can find, and we'll see how long it lasts. Is that a Hitachi?
Yeah, the brand is. Yeah.
Matoba?
Something like that.
So what we're going to do first is check on the outside to make sure we're not drilling through a batting strip. Let's go out there. So see, Barrett, I like to take my plumbing vents out the wall. That's the vent for the washing machine. I don't like going through my metal roof.
Yeah.
So I'll come out the wall, we'll put one of those covers on it. The dryer vent's gonna come out right there somewhere. Thankfully there's no batting strip. All right, so Barrett, go ahead and pull that vent out. I just have it stuck up in there.
All right.
Vent your dryer into the wall. It won't hurt it. You see that? See the pipe up inside the wall?
Yeah.
Here, we'll show them a picture and we'll see how iPhone does with this. Turn it on. Can you see up in there?
Yep.
Can you see the pipe?
Yep. It's pretty good.
Is it? Okay, I just can't see it. So that pipe goes up into the wall. Come down a little bit so they can get kind of an idea of the context. Now come out and show them. Come out this way and show them. Pull it back. All the way back. Pretend you're a filmmaker. So my theory is that they put that part of the pipe in the wall, but you know it doesn't go straight up because of that receptacle. That receptacle right there takes up the whole thickness of the wall. Well, not the whole thickness, it's a 2-6 stud wall, so it takes up most of it. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna favor the right side. So.
Talking about in this or in this?
Inside there.
We already got some little holes here. You got one there.
No, it's two.
One here.
Okay, listen to the pro, okay? You don't want it too close to the edge because it's hard to get the pipe in there, okay? So you're gonna come over a couple inches from the edge, the right-hand side. And just let the saw do the work now. When you hold it straight, hold it level, the teeth should hit the wall all at the same time. You have to hold it with 2 hands. That was easy enough. What is that, plastic?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the easy part. The hard part is next you gotta go through push that insulation down and away.
Over.
Over. Now you're gonna go through OSB, so you just gotta take it easy and let the saw cut it, okay? Don't force it. Just give it moderate pressure. Hold it with both hands. Now, we're just gonna go through this. We're gonna go through until the drill bit comes out the other side, okay? And then we're gonna go on the outside and cut the rest of it. Now, Barrett, be ready because that thing's gonna jerk your hand whenever you.
All right, the thing came through.
What do you mean?
This came through.
Ooh, we got pretty close, but that's pretty good. Okay, so Barrett, the trick to the hole saw is let it do the work, okay? So you're gonna hold it with 2 hands. This hand should be on the side that it's gonna turn, okay? Now you're just gonna start it up and just let it cut it, okay? Don't force it. You're gonna cover up your nose.
Yeah.
Let it spin. Oh wait, you're through, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. Oh, good job. So Barrett, what I have found is easiest is just to take this off, cut it to length, and then attach the hose to it. So you can Jesus, tape it and screw it on there.
Yeah.
And then stick it through the wall and then reattach it.
I see.
Because this is just kind of like it's got these little tabs. But if you stick this through the wall first, then you have a hard time getting this around it and attached to it and all that. Okay, so the studs are 5.5. You got 6 inches for the OSB, 6 3/8. Yeah, so then another couple of inches. There you go.
Yeah. No, it's a little bit more than 8.
I'm gonna make it 6 because I want the pipe to have room to turn.
Yeah, 6 right here.
Yeah, but you don't want the metal pipe sticking out from the wall. You want the hose to have room to bend.
Okay.
Does that make sense? You want the hose to have room to bend down
Yeah, I understand.
so that you can push this back as far as you want to. So Barrett, we could use 10 snips, but why do that when you have a cut off grinder? So let's mark this 6 inches from here. You don't want to cut this off. This is how you attach it to the cap on the outside. Oops. Right there, that's good. Let's see how straight I can cut this. Bad. It's gonna be persnickety. Gonna get the little round ring started. It's not, the fact that I have to slide it over a cut edge doesn't help any.
Yeah.
There's a few things in life, Barrett, that I would pay $1 million for. One is if somebody would invent this pipe that would go over this pipe easy. There's no reason it should be that hard.
Yeah.
And the second is this. Make it easier to get the backing off of this tape. Alright, so I finally got it. I already put one that's connected to the pipe, but now what I'm going to do is put another one connecting this to that. Then I'm going to put another one connecting this to that again. Because this stuff will come out of the wall. It'll come off on you if you're not careful. And you got to be careful not to get your sticky tape messed up. Okay, so we finally got the pipe connected.
Yeah, we did.
Now stick it through the hole, and then we'll stick it through far enough. Just, you know, don't. Then we'll connect it out there, and we'll be able to push it back. Oh, wait a minute, Barrett. Forgot to put this collar. Put this on first, and then later what we'll do is we'll run some caulk around the back of this to seal that up. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Okay, I'm gonna push, okay? There we go. I think that's, yeah, that's on there. Okay, now let me push it back. Barrett?
I'm not holding it.
Okay. Alright, so now we're just gonna run some screws into there. Cool. Alright, so Barrett, we've got these little exterior coarse threaded. Ooh, I love the way that zoomed in on that. And they've got the star head, the Torx bit on it, and those will hold it really good. We'll have to touch them up with some paint, but that'll work fine. So Barrett's going to put one screw in first, and then get it kind of fixed in place. And we're just going to drill through the siding. We're not going to drill through the OSB because that's the only thing holding it. And if your hole's too big, you'll lose your threads. Now don't torque it down too much, because that plastic will break. I've seen them break before. There you go. Now you can kind of get it straight and drill your other hole at the top.
Pretty good.
That's a trick. If you try to drill both holes at the same time, you'll usually get it cockeyed. Just a little cockeyed. Yeah, well, you're gonna have to take that cage off before you can get to the others. Yeah, it just snaps in. Now that you're fixed in place, you can drill both holes, yeah. Let's put our rat cage back on there. Be done. See those little slots?
Oh yeah.
Did you see my woodpecker deterrent? I don't know, he looks a little too happy. He looks scary until I put the, see, that looks scary. But then he looks funny when he looks happy when you put the beak on there. It's supposed to be a beak. Yeah, same thing, I guess. But I had a woodpecker. I thought it was Alex making all that noise. I went in his room, I was like, what the heck are you doing? He's like, I ain't doing nothing, man. And then we finally figured out there's a woodpecker out here. And honestly, I wish I had not used this Mirtec trim, but I did, because I have never had them do that on the fiber cement trim. Yeah, so that's a lesson. Always use fiber cement. The siding is fiber cement, but I have to admit that I was trying to save a little money. And this is, it's engineered. I mean, it's not going to rot for, as long as I'm alive. But apparently the woodpeckers like it, or I guess when he didn't find any worms in there. You think the wood grain fooled him? You think he thought it was wood?
Maybe so.
That should be a commercial for Mirtec. We fool woodpeckers. That wouldn't be good though, would it?
No.
Did you get it?
Yep.
Looks good. What it was doing was, and what made me suspect that something was wrong, it wasn't drying as good as it was in the other house. And so I'm just assuming that meant that it wasn't venting. All the moisture wasn't getting out easy enough. So she's good now.